Hello, it's Dana. I'm back from the Covered Bridge Festival and I bought some junk. I did buy some stuff I needed. I had some super good deals on some boring stuff that I'm not necessarily going to show, but I will tell you what I bought because it's dumb to show it. But I got a really nice book bag for my son for $1. I got a vest for me for $1. I got a hand crocheted hat, which is in the laundry right now to be washed. I got a bunch of odds and ends, things that, you can find really cheap at the Covered Bridge. Denise, hey. But I have a good story. This has probably it's been a great weekend. You know what? It's fun to vacation by yourself, first of all. It's super fun. Second of all, when you're out and about, like you don't have to wait on anybody. You can just kind of fly by the seat of your pants. You don't have anybody with you going, I gotta pee, I gotta do this, I'm hungry, whatever. So it's super fun. Super, super fun. Here, let me close this box. I'm sorry, Denise. I can't see what you said. Off what? Off work? I don't know. Okay. So I got this. I got a lot of good stuff. One of the things I got was, I know, that's what that is. So I got a lot of fun stuff too. I had a really good time. I have to tell you about the $30 pickles. And Sue is texting me right now as we speak. She said, "Live? Are you going live real soon?" She said, "Are you going live real soon?" So I put yes now. So we'll see if she comes in. Okay. So let me tell you my story. I used to live in Rockville. Now, Rockville is like this little hick town with 2 stoplights. I am not kidding. We need this time, Sue and I. Yeah. So it's a little hick town. It's got 2 stoplights and like 6 bars. So what does that tell you? There's 6 bars and 2 stoplights. So it's not much to do in Rockville normally. So every year they have this Covered Bridge Festival, and people come from miles and miles and miles around, like states away. And you actually have to reserve a hotel room. If you get a hotel, you have to reserve it a year in advance. It's that bad. So, but because I lived out there about a year and a half, and when I first moved out there, I wasn't dating anyone, I made some friends. So you need this time wasn't ready for me. I'm sorry. Anyway, so and Thad didn't go with me. So I'm wandering around by myself, which will come into the story later. Now, I love independent vacations. I'm a very independent person. Like I said, I don't have it. I'm not dragging anybody around with me that walks too slow. Hey, Sue, you're here. Some people walk too slow for me. There's a lot of hilly terrain, and at my age, not everybody can get up and down the terrain. Me, physically speaking, as far as my legs and feet go, I'm a nurse. I'm on my feet all the time, so I can, run up the steps, hop up the hills, jump over the walls, and I'm okay with that. But depending on if I take my mom, I have to be very patient. She's very old. And so I know this, and we only go to flat places, but she can't really go anymore. And that's not really an all-terrain guy, although he can walk forever. He doesn't necessarily want to hike and take the shortcuts that I take. Me, I'm willing to I don't know. I'm willing to practically climb a tree and jump over a high fence to avoid paying the $5 parking fee. So I know I'm getting too old for that. When I was in my 30s and 40s, it wasn't a problem, but 50s is like, my body's like, hey, hold up. So, but it was super fun to be alone. This is the first time I've ever went bridging, I think. that I didn't have a friend or a cousin or a fan, just someone in, with me. And I was kind of bummed out. And I was like, gosh, I never went by myself. I wonder if it's going to be that fun. Oh, you know what? I'm never taking anybody again. I'm done. No, he didn't. And so he backed out. He said, Mom, I don't want to shop. I just want to visit with family. I don't want to go this time. Okay, so he didn't go, which is good because he's kind of a grumbler and he eats a lot and he would have cost me a lot in food. But I tell you what, I really had a good time. I got to tell you about the $30 pickles. Okay, so let me tell you, I started out just getting to Rockville is a couple hours drive and the traffic is horrible, but I know all the shortcuts because I used to live in Rockville and work in Terre Haute. And then for a while I worked at the prison. So I know all the little back roads and shortcuts. So this is what I did. I left in Indianapolis and took 40 across, and there's all kinds of sales. Like the minute you get out of Indianapolis, there's sales all along 40 between Indianapolis and Brazil and Terre Haute area. So for about 50 miles, I stopped every time I saw something that caught my eye. I must have stopped at 10 garage sales. I bought one thing in all 10 of those garage sales. What'd I do with it? Okay, so I have to tell you a story about this too. We had this same exact thing when I was a kid, right? And my mom's pretty creative. She was a really good sewer. She sewed all my clothes until, no, they're not. She sewed all my clothes until I was like 4. And so we had this thing, and she used to put some really cool stitching on me and my cousins, like clothes and appliques. And that was, back in the 70s. I wanted some cool stitching on my Holly Hobby jeans with the big bell bottom, flare leg, So yeah, that's back in style. But also I fit into a pair of jeans for the trip that I hadn't fit into in a long time. So I was really proud. So I must have not have been cheating too much. Although I say I cheat all the time, I am actually doing quite well. So I'm almost back to the weight I was when I met Thad. So I'm like 4 pounds difference. Yeah. So that's amazing. Okay. So my mom had this and would not let me touch it, right? And this is like a little, and I asked her, I said, Mom, does this thing work? And she said, yeah. She's my dog. My dog's barking at everything. But look at this. It's like the original packing. Still has the little instruction booklet. Still has the little guide, right? That shows you how to do whatever. It has this thing, which it tells you how to use that inside this book somewhere. Anyway, or this book. This is a book. Yeah. It shows you how to use this guide. Anyway, and then it comes with 2 of these things, and it still has a needle threader in it. So, and that's an amazing long needle threader, and I can use that on the sewing machine if Sue ever teaches me to actually sew stuff that's not, like right now, it looks like a kindergartner sewed everything, but right now I'm just sewing paper. Anyway, so I got this for 50 cents. That was like the only thing I bought between hither and yon. Okay, so then that brings me to Rockville. Sexy mama. I know. I was rocking those Holly Hobby shorts too, or jeans too. And they were like bright red and they had patches, Holly Hobby patches all over them. I thought I was super cool. Super cool. Oh, when I got too tall for them and my mom cut them into shorts, I was like heartbroken because they were like long shorts and I was mad. So I kept cutting them shorter and shorter. Yeah. And then I got them a little too short and that was it. I think she threw them in the trash. Either that or I grew out of them. Okay, so then I get to the festival and it's just like I came up in the back of town, just like a couple blocks off the square in this remote road that goes to a remote town that goes nowhere. But there's a road called the Rio Grande and it's more of like a farm road. But I was in the truck, so I was like, oh, I'm going across the Rio Grande. So I took that all the way across and snuck up in the back of Rockville via Catlin, which is like a nothing town, but I could avoid all the highways. So once I got into town, I was literally like 2 blocks from the festival. I went from nothing, no traffic, into like a gridlock parking lot. So I finally get across 36 to my parents' house and stopped. I was able to use their bathroom, visit with them, show them the one thing that I bought so far. And I told them, I said, yep, I'm going to just bridge all day. And they were like, okay. So I went to the festival on the square, which is a big square tent, which was my first. I posted a video on Instagram. It's a great big tent, but there's a lot of new items in there, and the same people go back year after year. So I do have some things that I buy routinely every year: ginger snaps, pear butter. I get a few things that you just can't find, some spice mixes. They have they have this beef jerky guy that's like amazing, and he sells this cowboy chewing gum that like you can start chewing it at noon, and he says you start chewing it at noon and it just gets tasting good about 6 o'clock. But it really is, I don't know what this is. You take a little piece and it's like, I don't know, it's like roast beef, and you can just chew it forever. I know that sounds gross. I'm not super fond of it, but Thad adores that stuff. Anyway, but after that, I wanted to go to Bridgeton, but I didn't want to drive because the traffic was so bad. And I wanted to go to Tangier, but I didn't want to drive because the traffic was so bad. So I went by my brother's, and there's a little parking lot in the back of his church that most people don't know about because the sign says one way, but the sign is talking about the post office, not the road to the church. So nobody goes back there. And there was like 6 parking places back there, and the truck's big. It's a big Silverado. It's like huge truck. So I go and park behind the church, go in and talk to my brother, got some really good deals at his church sale. And I run into a friend. Now, this guy is just a friend, and Thad's not the jealous type. Thank God he doesn't freak out about stuff like this. And I'm saying, I really want some buried beef. And he's like, I want some buried beef. And so we end up, he takes me to Tangier and we get buried beef. Now, I don't know if you guys know about Tangier or buried beef. You have to look it up. Tangier, Indiana is kind of on the map as one of the legs of the festival because of this, because these great big 6-foot pits that they put hot coals in, and they put wood, so soaked wood, and then they put a cow down in there, and I think they put some stuff in the belly of the cow, and then they put the dirt back over it, and they leave it for 6 days or whatever. Anyway, I don't know, but if you Google it, you can read the whole thing. But that's kind of a tradition. I want some buried beef. So we went and and they make, the women in the town, because it's such a big fundraiser for Tangier, they literally make pies, homemade pies. And there's every pie you can think of, pies you've never heard of, pies that have been extinct for years, you can find at the Tangier buried beef. So it's just, there's a line out the door. Anyway, I rode with him to get buried beef, and I had not tied my hair up, and it was a beautiful day, but we were on his motorcycle. And when I got there, I look like, I don't know, I look like crazy witch woman, because my hair is like, it's really, really long now. I should have just whacked it off right then. And it was like so tangly, it's like starting to dreadlock up. So by the time we got back, I was kind of like, it was getting cold because the sun had passed by that time. And I go back to the church to get my truck, and I run into my cousin. So then my cousin's like, oh, we want to go to the chicken dinner. Well, that's their tradition. There's this big chicken dinner on the square. She's like, go with us. So I go in there and sit down and talk to them during the chicken dinner. And I was hanging out with my cousin, and I told her I'd meet her at the lake. And so then I go and do some more like garage sale stuff. But I run into this lady who has tangled jewelry. And I told her, I was like, now, do you have any broken jewelry? Because I might be interested in it. And her jewelry was really reasonably priced. So, Sue, I have to show you what I found you, first of all, at my brother's church. I'm going to disassemble some of this, but I'm going to send you these charms, because I know you love this ocean theme. And look, this has an anchor. It has these copper starfish. It has these, what is this? I don't even know what this, seahorse. Anyway, but I'm totally stealing all these rings off this because I need all the rings. And so that's cool. Unless you absolutely love it, and I'll just like leave it. I got that for $1. And then I got this, I think, for 50 cents. And look at this one. This one is coral pieces and starfish, and it's one of those statement necklaces that women that don't like me wear. Can I say that? Okay, so I could not manage this necklace on my chest, but look at it. Isn't it cool? It's got all the starfish, and then it's got these coral pieces in between. So isn't that neat? All right, so we can disassemble that. And Sue, do you wear statement necklaces? I was just joking about women that don't like me. They like me once they get to know me. I'm just really intimidating initially. Okay, look at this. This has a conch shell and whatever kind of shell that is. And this big starfish with the stone in the middle. I like this little piece of turquoise. There's a pearl over here and another shell. I love this. And if I was going to wear a statement necklace, this would be it probably. Isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. Okay, so this leads me to these bags. So she says to me, well, this is kind of the stuff that either it's a mismatched earring or it doesn't go in this section. And I said, what does that mean? And she said, well, if it's like a scarf clip or a ring or something. And she said, how's $5 a bag sound? And I said, well, you just have the 2 bags? And she said, yeah. And I said, would you take 8 for both of them? And she said, yeah, I'll do that. So she gives me these bags for $8. And I haven't had a chance to look through them. But when I went to pull stuff out, it's like literally it is in a tangled up mess. So I started to untangle it before this video. I will totally save these pearls, by the way. I don't know about these. Look at all the seed beads. I will never in my life again need purple seed beads once I disassemble that thing. And so I got like 3 necklaces out of the top. And that was where I stopped. So I figured we'd kind of look through here. This is, I don't know. I guess this is broken. I love these. I love these tarnished silver beads. Are these metal? These are plastic. But these kind of go with these. Oh, no, maybe not. Anyway, this, you can tell by the clasp on this. This is an antique. But these pearls are not real. These are chippy pearls. And this, I love this thing. I don't know what this thing is, but look at this. This is so 1960s too. But look at this. You know, I love florals. But look at this. It's got this, it's like a porcelain piece inside this metal piece, and it clips on. Oh, the chain's broke. Okay, so you can wear it as a pin or you can wear it as a pendant. So that's interesting. That's probably like one of those Sarah Coventry things from back in the day that my mom wore. Oh, look at this. Hey, do we got some gold? I don't know. Probably brass. Probably some, oh my gosh, this is all, oh my goodness. I love these. This is what sold me on the bag, these crackle beads. Oh, is that a butterfly? Oh, I love this. Look at this little stick pin. You know, I'm weird enough that I still wear these. Oh my goodness, I love this. Oh, I'm keeping that. Here, I just thought I had a bunch of junk. Oh, what is this? That's trash. See, that's all chippy. See inside the stone. Stop. The door's open. What? Go. You are so spoiled. Here, I'm opening the garage. Go. I have to keep the garage door closed because Thad's still tamping the... That's why Thad didn't go. Thad seal coated the driveway because the guy that he paid to do it didn't do it good enough last year. So there's a waste of $400. But, you know, Thad says... if you keep the black top intact, then the cement underneath stays perfect. And he doesn't want the driveway to ever crack or break or anything. So look at these. Aren't these gorgeous, these crackle beads? I love that color. I love all of them, actually. You know what? This necklace is completely intact. Now, this is the kind of necklace I would wear. I'm going to set that aside. Okay, so here's a bracelet that someone would wear. Maybe me if it was in white gold. Oh, look at this. There's a little stick pin of sorts. What is this? Oh, here we have a red, white, and blue bell. Not my thing, but I wonder if there's any gold in here. She should have checked. Like, I will totally check this out and see if I can, you know, get a few bucks out of the melty bits. Oh, look at this. I love this. Look at that. Can you see those little flowers? Hi, Carmen. Wow. What does this say? This says something on it. Damn, I'm gonna have to get my glasses. It says Japan. Okay. Anyway, there's just some bits and bobs in this. Here's an earring. Here's some beads. I really like these. These are the these are not painted plastic. This is actually pink plastic that's molded into that shape because they're from that 1950s era. So they will not chip. They will always be that color. So I like those. Oh, I like that. Look at that pen. I'm kind of a jacket girl. I like my jeans with a nice jacket and my boots. Ooh, look at this. Holy. You know what? This is, let me see. I have a polishing cloth in the house, but you guys know this is, I think this is what they call clisson. Are you familiar with it? It's where metal is painted with enamel. And it looks really super small. But you know what? For someone as tall as me, I am actually quite small boned. So let's see. And I don't normally wear gold. So let's see if it fits me. I need help with this. Oh my goodness. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I love that. Oh my God, that's totally worth $4. That's what we're looking at now to see what we got. So I got a bunch of these mismatched earrings, which are really cool because you can break this off. These are probably valuable antiques, right? And I'm going to destroy them. But, and don't look at my nails are atrocious. I got to go tomorrow to the salon because, but what you can do is you can break that off and you can use that on your projects. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I love those. So I totally, and you can make a charm. If I could find the other one, like if the other one is in this mess, I can, tennis bracelet. I think she sold me the wrong bag of goodies. Let me see something. Let me get my, oh, all right. This is magnetic. So no, not so much a tennis bracelet, is it? But, oh, and the gold's wearing off. So it might have been electroplated with some cubic zirconia. I love this. I don't want to get stuck here. Look at all these pins in here. I love this. So I'll have to see if I can find some little pearls to replace the missing pearls and then knock the ones that are in out and re-glue them. I do have some jewelry adhesive. It's kind of like E6000. Carmen, I bought this bag of stuff that this lady gave me. She said the necklaces were tangled up so bad she couldn't get. Oh, I love this. Look at this. Look, my dog is all excited because he heard my excited voice. Oh, I'm so excited. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm sorry. He's like, what? What are we excited about? Oh, that's cool too. I know a lot of people wouldn't like that. I love that. That's so 1950s to me. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That's pretty sparkly too. Oh, we got green. We got some green in there, so it must be brass. There's another one of those bracelets too. Look. But it's different. This is more like Figaro. Well, no, it's the same. It's just smaller. Huh. And the rest of these look like more earrings. There's the other one of that earring. So yeah, there's just, oh, I love this. Look at this. And I love the fact that the metal's all tarnished and like junky looking. That's even better. Oh, I love this. Look at this. Is this broken? Yeah. Oh, no, it's not even broken. It's just not together. Maybe it's broken. Yeah. You know what? The clasp itself is bent. The little ring is bent. But that was it. I fixed it. Look at that. I love that. So some of this has to go in the garbage because, like, I don't like stuff like that. Even though I have a set. Not fond of that stuff. But I like this. Look at that. That would look really cool glued onto something because of that bead, that faceted bead with the different textures. Look, I got a pair of those. Oh, there's the other one of those. I love that. Oh, there's the other one of those. So there is some matches in here. Oh, look at this one. That one's kind of cool. So that'll be fun to use on projects. To glue stuff to. Oh, there's a locket. I didn't even see this. Oh, look at this little tiny. What is this? Oh, it's a dragon. It's a dragon holding a pearl. A tiny, I don't know if you can see that. My camera doesn't pick that up very good. Look at this locket. I wonder if there's anybody inside it. Aww. There's a fingerprint. There's no one inside this locket. How sad. Okay. Well, now it's mine, and I'm not going to put anybody in it either because I'm going to use it for stuff that I make and sell or give away. So how's that? Okay, then I found this cat. I got to show you this key ring I found. I found this cat. And then I found this in the bag. Huh. I wonder if that's a real rope chain. The clasp looks cheap, so I don't know. So I have to go through there and see if I've got any gold or silver. You never know. And then here, again, just mostly beads and junk in here. But I can disassemble stuff like this. This has got a little cross on it and one of those hole and loop closures. And we've got this. Now, I actually like this. Yeah, that's me. I would totally wear that if it was not. Now, this is tarnished yellow. So, apparently there was some kind of nickel or something plated over some brass, maybe. What does this say? This says Cold Water Creek. Yeah, this is like that JCPenney stuff. Maybe Sears. I don't know. And then we got some more pearls. Let's check them out. They are not knotted in between. These are melted to string. So those are junk. Here is some religious metal. Let me see. This is, who is this? This is Saint Sebastian. Saint Sebastian, pray for us, it says. Give a spirit of strength and faithfulness. I don't know what he's the patron saint of, but, and there is a crucifix that says it was made in Italy. And there is, oh, I love these. Look at these snap-on earrings. I love that. That would be great for fall ephemera. There is a pair of those, a set, I should say set. And then more religious metals. We have The Immaculate Heart of Mary. Look at this on a little piece of yarn. This is, it says, I'm a Catholic priest. Please call a priest. This is the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Same thing there. And this is, I don't know, I can't, it is way too small for me. And then we have some more clip-on earrings, still brand new. Ooh, these are pretty. I'll use these in my son's journal. I'm going to make him a journal. And the feathers go good with the whole Indian theme because of our Native Americanness. Oh, look at these. I would totally wear these. Score. Oh, man. Check this out. This is in a bag that says sterling silver. Well, I'll be the judge of that. She didn't look at this at all. She didn't go through these bags at all. Yep, 0.9, whatever. That's from Mexico. I have really tiny fingers on my ring and pinky fingers, and then my first and middle fingers are like huge, like 8. I'm like 6 and 8. What does this say? It does say sterling. Wow. So I think she must have got her bags mixed up when she was sorting stuff, because this is crazy. Look, more cats. Cats. Hi, Grandma Joe. So here's a cross. I'm guessing this is a mother's cross because it's got, or a grandmother's cross because it's got a bunch of birthstones in it. So it's got 2 emeralds, 2 rubies, 3 rubies, this pink one and this blue one. Oh, that's sad. Here's these. Again, I don't like these, but you can use them on your projects. If you click that back off, this is cool. This is cool. This is a screw back earring, and it's got this. I wonder if I can get this off. I'll see if I can heat that up a little bit. That might just be oh, that's cool. Look at that. That's a clip-on earring too. But I think a lot of these, once you break that back off, you can use it as an embellishment on anything. And people are like, where do you always find this stuff? This is where I find it. You guys know what this is? I know what this is. I was raised Catholic. This is a mini rosary. So you've got the beginning of the rosary here, the Our Father and the Glory Be, and then you have your 10 Hail Marys here. So if you can't carry a whole rosary, maybe in your pocket, or this, you want to put this in your coin purse for church, then there should be 10 beads here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the 1 is separate. So that's what that is. It's a mini cat. So it's a mini rosary. This is some sort of, it's not ivory because it looks like mother of pearl. It's in the shape of a tusk, but I don't know what that is. But that chain is awfully light and feels like gold. And it looks like gold. My eyes can't read that, but I'm betting. Let me get my magnet. Score. Okay, so we do have some gold here. Nice. And then we have these. I absolutely love these tiny little pins. Look at those. They look like eyes, kind of. And then we have these. These are almost like a fleur-de-lis. And then we have some more chains. This is too heavy to be anything. This is a herringbone. Let me see. I don't know. Maybe that's too heavy. That's junk, but I could probably, nah, that's trash. But hopefully I can get these apart. So that's interesting. I got I think this woman got really mixed up on these little bags, that she thought this was like tangled up jewelry and pins and and single matched earrings, because almost every earring in here is almost every earring in here has a match. So I'm kind of amazed. That fell out of something. So I'm going to put this all back in because I've made a mess of my desk. I'm going to check that. I need to polish that up. Oh, I bet it fell out of this. I bet that stone fell out of one of these. Yep, goes right there. Oh, there's 2 stones missing. Well, such is life. Anyway, that was fun. I had a lot of fun. I bought a lot of other weird stuff. I bought $30 pickles. Now, I got to tell you about the $30 pickles. So I went to Kingman, Indiana, and Kingman is where Lake Holiday Hideaway is. It's a tiny little lake where a lot of the Winklers own property. And so I was going, after everything was over, I was going up 41 to Kingman because the festival closes at 5. They literally roll the streets up at 5 o'clock, right? It's like seriously that it's just shuts down, you know? And so, you what? They do roll up the streets at 5 o'clock. I can tell you, it's like it goes, and it's just like gridlock. The traffic is just gridlocked come 5 o'clock. So I went back over to Mom's, sat a while, had a cup of coffee, talked to them, and then I went on to the lake. The lake is probably about 15 miles up the road. Beautiful drive, beautiful country, but hilly, curvy, and a lot of deer. So, and you know, those deer are so depressed. They're like, they need some deer Prozac out there because, you know, them deer are trying to get killed. They are. They're trying to commit suicide because they'll just step right out in the road and stare at you. They're like, you know what? That's it. I don't want to live anymore. Hit me. So I am in Thad's truck, this great big beast, you know, Silverado, that makes me a little nervous driving it anyway because it's huge and I'm not used to driving this huge truck. But so I'm tooling up 41, being super careful. And when I get to Kingman, finally, I thought, you know what? I'm going to stop at the liquor store and pick up something so I don't show up empty-handed at my cousin's. And they like to enjoy some alcohol in the evening by the bonfires. So I thought, well, let me stop and get something. I'm really tired. You know, I'm a night shift worker. And for a night shift worker to get up as early as I did 2 days in a row, that was, yeah, that's something. That's saying something. So I stopped at the liquor store and I go in there and there's a jar of pickles and they say like $28.50 on them. And I'm like, why are these pickles $28? What do these pickles do that other pickles don't do? Because now I'm really curious what they are. So I pick them up and I start looking at the label and it says they're moonshine pickles. And so I thought, you know what? Everybody loves pickles. I love pickles. Thad loves pickles. My cousin and her boyfriend love. Well, my cousin doesn't like pickles, but most people do. So, but I didn't know that until I bought $30 pickles. So I thought, oh, that sounds interesting because I hate that apple pie moonshine crap. Like that's not even, and I don't like to drink a lot. So one little pickle I figure will push me into the, you know, oh, she had a drink with us. Don't keep bugging her to do a shot or have a beer or whatever. And I can just eat a pickle and be like, oh gosh, those pickles were strong. No, thank you after that and go to bed. Because I'm not a big drinker. It gives me a headache. What I do, ask me what I did. I ate a second pickle. They were delicious. And my cousin's boyfriend was like, I love these pickles. And they were garlicky and they were delicious. And seriously, they didn't taste like they had any alcohol in them at all. And I love pickles. And I had a second pickle. And that was my doom. That led to a series of events. First of all, I just got tired after that. And by that time, it's like 11 o'clock. We'd been out at the fire for a few hours. My cousin's like, hey, let's go in and have something to eat. And I was like, can't, gotta go to bed. I was like, that's it for me. Because I'm not a big drinker and I have zero tolerance. So I go crawl into bed. And just as I doze off, I hear my cousin back in the trailer. And it's a nice big trailer. It's a big, they've got water and shower. And I mean, it's like a trailer like people live in. And so I hear her come in and I wake up. And then later I hear him come in again. And I keep hearing him come back. And then when they come in for the night, her boyfriend starts to watch a movie. And it's a really, like, it's kind of a high volume. I'm not complaining because they, I love that they let me spend the night there. And I, but I was really tired. I kept waking up and kept waking up and kept waking up. So then in the morning, I woke up at a terribly early hour with my head about to explode. So did you guys hear it? Did you hear that? Like, I know if you heard a pounding this morning, way off in the distance, that was my head. So that's what the second pickle did to me. Because the first pickle, I didn't have a headache. After the second pickle, I did. I could feel it kind of me starting to get a headache. Well, I hadn't drank anything all day because I didn't want to have to go in these porta potties that are here and there all over the festival, right? Because they're pretty horrible to use, right? And so I just kept going back to mom's or finding when we went to Tangier to get buried beef, I was able to use the bathroom up there. So I just kept going to the bathroom anytime I had a drink. And I tried not to drink a whole lot. So I think I was already dehydrated when I ate the pickles. So now we know where, so I was in a pickle, literally, because I wanted more pickles and I didn't want another pickle. And now we know where the expression came from, in a pickle, because I was literally in a pickle. Like I was back and forth. I was like, oh, can't go. It's like when you're a kid and you hit the ball not too good and you're kind of pinned between first and second or second and third. And as you jungle back and forth, you're going to make a run for the worst player, right? And you're going to do it like a stampede. You're going to stampede at them. You're going to be so intimidating. You're going to squint your eyes and gnash your teeth. And you're going to make a little sound as you run towards the base, like, argh! And you know what? They're going to drop the ball. They're going to drop the ball. What? Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's fine. Let her go. She'll come back. Yeah, I have a theory with this. You leave and get stuck outside, it's your own fault because it's getting cold. They got to learn that. I'm not trying to coddle this girl. Dad's telling me our cat's leaving. So bye. She'll be back. She'll get cold and come back. I got the door cracked. Anyway, so in a pickle. I always wondered where the in a pickle expression came from. That's where it came from. So I got a bunch of other stuff, but this morning I just had to come home. I felt bad when I got up and I thought, you know what? I got to come home. What do? I go to the flea market. Yeah. I got up. I had a cup of coffee. I had taken a thermos with me yesterday, full of coffee, and I drank about half of it. So this morning I drank the other half. I got up. I got my eyes open. I popped not a Tylenol, an aspirin. And I went and had breakfast and I kind of felt better. And I was like, okay, well, now I want to go to the flea market because they have all the junk, right? Rows and rows of junk, not brand new stuff in the package, not handmade stuff. They have junk, like rusty bits and junk that I love. And every once in a while I find something fantastic, right? So I did find a table for $5. I bought a half table, one of those little 3-legged tables. Bought a half table for $5. It is in terrible shape. It's got a crack in the top of it, and the shellac over it. Like when I grabbed it up by the leg, because when he said $5, I just snatched it because I was like, yeah, somebody's gonna grab that. It chipped off in my hand, like it was literally. It was just chipping. Okay, so I have to do a lot with it. I'm going to have to hit it with some sandpaper and refinish the whole thing. And I could just paint it. I could just paint it with some clay-based paint and be done with it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe try and restore a little bit of it. Not the top, but maybe the legs. So Then what else did I buy? I bought a whole bunch of odds and ends. Like I bought some of those cutting mats that you can buy at the dollar store. They have like 5 for $1 at this festival. So there's some things I always pick up. But my big score for the flea market was I got a white milk glass hobnail lamp. And I have a little collection of white hobnail that I have in my china cabinet in the dining room. Not a lot because I don't like a lot of it. I just like the pieces that are kind of not your normal pieces. I like the more rare items that are not common. And every once in a while I run into one. And I did. I ran into this lamp. It was marked $12. I asked her if it worked. She said she don't know. And I thought, you know what? I can change out that lamp fixture, no problem. That because it's electric. I could change out that mechanism pretty easy. So I said, well, would you take 10 for it? And she said yes. So I was like, score. So that was my big score for today, was the $5 table and the $10 lamp. My score for yesterday, I got to show this. I don't think I can fit it into my screen, right? So maybe. All right, this, I don't know if you guys have seen my desk, but I already have one of these on my desk, and it is an old-fashioned milk crate. It's wood, and it has 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. So it has 24 slots in it. I already have one to my left, and it has all sorts of my pens, pencils, scissors, tools, this sort of thing. I have all sorts of tools right next to me to my left. To my right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 mason jars and this little round thing. Not to mention a special container to hold my willow sticks. Now, you guys, I don't know if you know what willow sticks are. Here's all my specialty scissors and my Posca pens in this thing to my left. Willow sticks are much like charcoal sticks. I don't know if you guys have seen my Bob Marley and my Stevie Ray Vaughan and my different drawings that I've been trying to get ready, to hopefully submit to the brewery for an art show. But I like to use willow sticks, graphite, pencil. I like to mix them together. But so I love the fact that I found another one of these trays by a name brand soda company, because I can get rid of all this stuff. I can get rid of all these little jars and put everything in one. And that's what I did to my left. And if I need some space on my desk, I can literally pick that tray up and go sit it on the table. And my desk is pretty open. So you have one piece. Sue said, I like the milk glass too. I have one piece. I do like some of the milk glass. I like the hobnail. Do you guys want to see the lamp? I left it in the dining room because I brought it in to show Thad. I'll grab the lamp because it's little and it's going to be perfect for where I want it because it's not very tall. Oh, look who came back in. I told you she would get cold. All right, so here's the lamp. Here's the base of the lamp. And then here's the top. Looks like I got to kind of turn it sideways. Here's the top. It's electric, so it's just got this little pull chain. So I love this because it's not an oil lamp, which I think would make the milk glass would get dirty anyway. But she had $12 on it. And when I asked her if it worked and she wasn't sure, she said 10. Well, when I got home and checked it, it does work. And it looks really, really clean. The base of it looks really, really clean. And the screw's tight, but it's rusted. But look at this. It still has the original stamp on it, or sticker. So I think this has probably been a one home lamp most of its life, and I don't think it's been exposed to a lot of stuff. Oh, you have two of these, Maria? I love them. I think this is so cute, and it's a short enough height that I can put it up on top of the china cabinet, I think, and just leave it for like a little night light if I want, and not, you know, not an actual light. But I thought about putting it in my bedroom because it's so pretty, but it doesn't really go. It doesn't really go with my bedroom. My bedroom's like a boho hodgepodge of every fabric imaginable, and I have mismatched curtains. And I know my neighbors probably think I'm crazy if I have the light on and they see the window from the outside. It just looks crazy, but I can't decide on. I like a lot of beautiful fabrics, and they're all rich and lush and blended silks and stuff. And so I just hung them all. I just hung them all up because I might be a little bit wackadoo, and I'm not really good at decorating. My decorating style is like early Salvation Army. Is that a thing? It's not. You know how people say colonial and early American and farmhouse? I can't stand that farmhouse thing though. I mean, I love it. Like, I have friends that have the farmhouse style, but everything's white. And I don't know. I can't stand maybe the artist in me can't stand the absence of color. I can't take it. So let me set this on my table over here. So I got a few more things that I'm going to show over here. I got these paint brushes. They had the big packs of these junky brushes for $1. And so I got one of these because I typically, if I do like Mod Podge or whatever, I've been Mod Podging a lot, and I'm going to show you guys hopefully soon, the dresser I'm remaking. I've got not paper, but magazines that I cut into specific size strips of just skin. So I have all skin tones and body parts and shoulders, legs, fingers, lips, a lot of eyes, a lot of hands, wrists, collarbones. And then what I did was I Mod Podged them, and Mod Podge is very difficult with magazines. You can't actually put it on top of the magazine. You have to place your Mod Podge down, smooth the magazine over the top, and if it wrinkles at all, you just have to scrape it off with your fingernail and chuck it and throw it away and keep going. So what I've done is I've taken the strips, I've laid them out into a pattern that I want, and I've Mod Podged them on. It's really slow work because you have to completely let it dry and then begin the work on the top. But the dresser, or the chest, I'm sorry, I keep calling it a dresser, it's a chest. I have the top 2 drawers done. It's called Beauty is Not Skin Deep, but hopefully I can sell it when I'm done, or sell it at the show. But this, I love this. This is called the Mommy Hook, right? And I have one on the top of my work bag. And what I do is I can hook my thermos into this giant hook. Is this not the coolest thing? Right? And so when I go to the store, I literally can put 8 bags. I can't carry 8 or 10 bags of groceries because if they're heavy, those little, the handles cut into my arm. But if I put them all on here and I've got a handle, I can make one trip and grab them all on my, with this, and put all my grocery bags on here. So I needed more of these. I need one for each hand to balance out the weight, because I can carry a pretty infinite amount of weight as far as groceries go. And I am innately lazy, and I don't want to make 2 trips. But if I've got 40 pounds, if I've got 80 pounds of groceries, I can carry 40 in each pound and get away with it. The only time I have to make second trips is when it's softener salt. But then usually I go make Thad do that. So it is very handy to have. It is extremely handy to have. This thing is remarkable. So I bought another one. I have a blue one, so I bought this purple one. So right now I'm kind of regretting not buying more. So I think when we go back this week, I'm going to get more of them. So yeah, that's perfect for the grandbabies. They called it, when they first came out, they called it the Mommy Hook, and they weren't very strong. This one is actually a lot thicker metal. this Top Tools brand. It's a lot heavier, and I don't think it would bend. But I like this foam too. This foam makes, like, you can really grip it. So like in the winter, when it's cold out and I want to be inside, I can get my junk and go. Get it and go. So I ended up going to 2 flea markets today. And that's what I found. I found that lamp. So that was kind of my buy of the day. Anyway, I bought like food stuffs too. I bought stuff for that. I bought gingerbread cookies, real gingerbread cookies, and they are amazing. And I bought pear butter, and I got these dips. I got wicked crab, and I got those dips they sell at festivals. And I see this guy every year. So I bought our favorites, and I bought Chipotle blue cheese and all these different dips. And then I bought, what other food did I get? Oh, I got all this food. Oh, I got banana taffy, real saltwater taffy. I got banana, and I got strawberry cheesecake. And that should be enough for Halloween, because we really don't have trick-or-treaters here per se. We might get maybe 10. That'll get me through Halloween, so I don't eat all of it. And then that'll pretty much last us until next year when the festival comes around again. But I love saltwater taffy once in a while. Not a lot, but when I get a taste for it, like when I get a craving for it, I try to keep some in the house so that I can have a piece. So the banana is amazing, amazing. I love it. I love it. And Thad was really excited. He was like, "Oh, you got banana taffy?" I was like, "I know. It's so good." I was so excited. Anyway, so then my headache came back. Second flea market I hit, my headache came back. And at that point, I think it was the sun. Working night shift, I wear a mat. Like, I literally go into the womb every morning. And when I say the womb, I'm like, I have my eye mask, earplugs, or white noise machine. I run a humidifier to make noise. I block out, all light, all sound, everything. I kick the animals out so they're not trying to bug me. And I just sleep. And when I sleep good, right? I'm like, no, I got to get my sleep in. And I think from not getting any sleep, or at least not getting quality sleep, and being out in the light so much, because I had sunglasses on. Oh, this is funny. Let me tell you about this. I didn't tell my mom and dad I was coming. I wanted to surprise them. And I had put a baseball cap on. I had pulled all my hair through the back of the baseball cap. And initially in the morning, because you go and you get dirty, like these places are muddy and dirty, and like some of the ground is slick. It had been raining the day before. So you're on grass. I mean, they literally set this stuff up in fields where during the year there's nothing else. It's just country. And I showed videos on my Instagram of it where this stuff is just popped up by the road. Well, so you wear grungy. You don't take a shower and get all cute. You're grungy. And so I didn't even comb my hair. I literally pulled all my hair through the hole in the back of my Notre Dame baseball cap, I threw on a pair of yoga pants with jeans over them. Jeans, I might add, I haven't fit into in a while, which thrills me. I was like, yeah. Once I buttoned them, I was like, oh my God, score. So and I went. And so I had a backpack. I have my Happy Face backpack, and it's virtually empty. It just has a few things. I got cash in my pockets. I got everything I need, and I went. And so when I showed up at my mom and dad's in Thad's truck, they know Thad's truck, but still, they weren't expecting me or Thad. So my dad opens the door and literally says to me, "Can I help?" Oh, he was like, "Sue, it's Dana." And then he opens the door and hugs me. But he literally started to say, "Can I help you?" So I'm bundled up I have a long sleeve t-shirt on, a vest over that, and then a jacket over that. It's like fleece lined black sweatshirt type jacket. and because it was cold, and it was cold, especially in the morning when I left. So I'm all bundled up with this hat and sunglasses, and for just a second, for just 1 second, my dad didn't recognize me. So I was like, surprise. So he really was surprised. Anyway, so it was super fun though. It was super fun. Yes, I have. And you know what? They're amazing. Not the Dollar Tree. I haven't tried the Dollar Tree, but there is a dollar store that sells at Christmas time. They sell these iced gingerbread men. And they're not really iced. They just have like this stuff drizzled over them. And I'm sure the ingredients are atrocious. And I tried not to turn over the bag and look at the ingredients because I really love them and I don't want to not love them. But they're amazing. And me and my coworker, Tim, he likes them too. And you could chip your tooth on these, honey. These things are, let me tell you what, they don't play. They're probably last year's Nice Store cookies that they've repackaged for the Dollar General or Family Dollar. I think it's DG, but I'm telling you, I love those things. And if you dip them in coffee, they're so mushy and good. And I love them. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from cookies, really. But those kids and at Christmas, I bake everything. Like I cook and cook and cook and cook. And that is my downfall. Because look, like right now, my fake wedding ring is too big almost. And well, my hands are swollen too right now because I just rehydrated and I'm warm. But when I get cold, my fake wedding ring wants to fall off. So I'm going to have to figure that out because when you lose weight and you gain weight, like now none of my rings fit. So I'm going to have to change fingers on everything. They're really hard. The Dollar Tree ones, they might be the same as the other one. I'm going to have to check that out. But that's kind of my haul. What else did I get? I think the rest is just food stuff. It's just food stuff. Yeah, or stuff for Thad, or stuff for my kids. I did get this really huge, super nice Notre Dame book bag for $1. Oh, and I bought myself a vest for $1 that fit like it was made for me. $1. When I slipped it on, I was like, oh my God. I said, oh, how much is this? This is cute. She said $1. I was like, oh, let me try that on. And I got to see my mom, my dad, my brother, my cousin Lisa, and her boyfriend Joe, which was cool. And then get this, I go into the grocery store and I run into my other cousin, JR, and his wife, Mercedes. And I was like, hey. So that was fun. Backle. Sue, you're back. LOL, back. I didn't know you left. You left the boring jewelry part. What were you doing? Are you organizing still? No, yes. No, you didn't leave, and yes, you're organizing. Is that what that is? You didn't miss anything. I was just going through this bag of junk jewelry. I bet I made back my money, though. I bet there's gold in there. And the one bag said sterling silver, so I don't know. I'm going to have to get my little eye and look for the little things broke on this, but I can fix that. Oh my God, my fingernails. I have to get my nails done. Oh my gosh. They look so bad. Danielle's back too. Okay, you all left. I don't pay attention. Like that, I might have been talking to myself this whole time. See how I don't pay attention? I'm just excited. I wanted to show somebody the jewelry, and you know what? Well, Carmen's been here. I know Carmen's been here, so we've been talking. Men don't get into that mess, so they don't care. Yeah. Did you hear my story about the $30 pickles? So get this. This morning when I woke up, I forgot. Like I didn't even think about the pickles. I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm going to die. I need coffee and nicotine and caffeine and chocolate and all these things. I don't know what I need." So an egg. And so so in the end, I wake up and there's $30 there laying there, and my stuff, my keys and all my pocket fodder. I emptied out my pockets, pulled off my shoes and my jeans and my sweatshirt and crawled in bed because I already had like these little yoga pant, like them little thin yoga pant things on, and I just slept in those. Well, so I wake up and all that stuff is there, and I was like, "Oh, I got $30 left." Oh, no, honey. Joe bought my pickles. Joe, Lisa's boyfriend, literally was like, "Nope, I'm keeping these pickles." And he probably said something to me, but I was either in a pickle or just too sleepy or whatever. But yeah, he was like, "Yep, these pickles are mine." And so I didn't bring any $30 pickles home. And I bet Thad's so mad, but I'm kind of glad because you know what? I don't want to be around. I don't want to be tempted. I don't want to be around no mo $30 pickles. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, and Thad's probably like, "What? I want a $30 pickle." He's probably like, "Dang it, they ain't my pickles. I'm calling them." I ain't never seen $30 pickles in my life. But I don't like all that other moonshine. I know people are always bringing moonshine over and they're like, "Oh, you got to taste this. This is apple pie. This is pumpkin pie. This is whatever. This is peach. This is strawberry." I don't like all that sweet stuff. But those moonshine pickles, amazing. Amazing. And I'm not a liquor person, so I don't like most. What is he barking about, that brat? Come in. Come in this door. Look, Rufus. My dog's not very bright. Over here. Look, my door's open. Yeah, hello. He's not the smartest. Good thing he's really cute. Good thing he is super cute and very protective. Otherwise, I don't know that I could have this animal for too long because he is not bright. He is the dumbest dog sometimes. But yeah, he can figure out. Now, if there was like a hamburger over here, he can figure out which way to go in to get to the hamburger. If he smelled some food, he'd figure it out. But because he just wanted someone to go open the back door for him, he couldn't turn and look at the garage door that's open. All right, so I'm going to get off here and go spend some time with my husband. Because I missed him, and this is his last night off. He has to work in the morning. But thanks for coming out. I'm looking at all my junk with me. It was fun. I can't wait to deconstruct this, Sue. Sue, do you want this necklace or do you just want the hangies? Do you just want the hangy things off it? I don't know what these are. Oh, these are little, look, there's little shells over here. I bet this goes on that end. I bet these go on the other side. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, there. So these go on this side. And you could actually take these off without deconstructing it. You can actually slide these off. I was looking to see how small that is. These will just slide off, and you can take off whatever you don't want. You could like just put on 2 or 3 things and not have all this hanging here. But I think these are metal, and they're hard to find metal ones because they're all pretty much plastic when I see them. And then these jump rings are all like tarnished metal, like tarnished brass. And I like that tarnished brass like that. No, memory decks. You want memory deck? Okay, I tell you what. How about this? I did get a nap. When I got home, my headache was back, and I thought I was going to die on 74. I really did. I was like, God, this is it, isn't it? I'm dying. Okay, well, please forgive me for Oh my goodness, everything. Lord have mercy. I thought I just was going to die. My head hurt. It got behind my eyes. I couldn't close my mouth. And so I stopped the truck when I got almost to Indianapolis. Probably, I don't know. I was 10, 20 miles out of Indianapolis and what they call Pittsburgh. That's the home of Jeff. Who is it? Who is from Pittsburgh? Jeff Gordon, a NASCAR driver. And they have this big sign and everything. And they have Frank and Mary's Catfish, which is the best in the whole world, by the way. But so I stopped the truck in Pittsburgh and had to get out and go to the side of the road there. And I felt better once I had emptied out my stomach. And so I got back in the truck. Thank God I still had some tea in my thermos. I used it to rinse out my mouth, so to speak. I felt a little bit better. And by the time I got all the way home, my head was feeling like it was going to explode again. So I came in and took an naproxen sodium and laid down in the bed. And I'm not kidding you. I slept for about 3 hours straight. And when I woke up, I felt fantastic. Fantastic. Dad brought me a glass of water. I put a ski cap on over my head to keep my head warm because it was kind of sinusy headache. Like it was kind of feeling like, I think I was just out in the too cold of a temperature for too long and I'm just not used to it because it's been so hot here and my work environment is so hot. And I think from the temperature change, it aggravated my sinuses in my head. But I tell you what, I felt so good when I woke up. So I will, Sue, I will come back and make memory decks tonight just for you. Okay? I'm not going to say they're going to be fantastic. Okay? They might stink. They might be crappy memory decks, but we're going to work on them until they're beautiful. Okay? So, no memory decks. Anyone want an old face? Yes. Clay push mold? Yes. Sue, I do. How big is it? What show are you watching, Carmen? Sue, have you seen the dolls I make? Did I tell you about the dolls? But if I use a mold, then that might be like cheating, you know? Okay. It might be cheating if I use a mold, so I better not. Because then I can't say they're all hand carved by me. Hand molded clay. I mean, they'd still be molded by hand, but then if you push them in a mold, that's kind of, yeah, I don't know. It's just the eyeballs are the eyeballs are terrible. All right, so I'm going to get off here, go see my husband for a little while because he's going to crash out soon. It's like 7:45, and he's going to, the minute he sits down in front of the TV, it's going to be over because he's been working all day on seal coating our driveway. Rufus, come in. Come here. I got chicken. So I'm going to go see him. I'm going to eat some chicken. He picked up a fresh time chicken for me because I'm spoiled and I got it like that. I love those rotisserie chickens. So we're going to go pick at this chicken and I'm going to go climb up in his lap in his big recliner and make him rock me a little bit. Now that I'm home, I need to have a little baby. And so I'm going to go snuggle, get me some snuggling. So I'll see you all soon. Yes, Sue, I will text you. All right. I love you too. I love you all. Thanks for coming. Have a good evening, and I'll be on later. Bye.